It says when a golfer tees off, the head of her golf club has a mass of 159 grams and it's traveling with 42.6 meters per second before striking a 46-gram golf ball that's at rest on a tee. Let's draw that. Okay, so the objects involved here are the golf ball, which I drew in green, and the head of the club, I drew that in blue. There's going to be a collision. Now, they're saying that the initial speed of the club is 42.6 meters per second. So when we set up our conservation of momentum equation, we got to take that into account. So for conservation of momentum, we need m1 v1i plus m2 v2i has to equal m1 v1f plus m2 v2f. All right, so I'm going to let the object 1, that can be the club, and object 2 can be the ball. All right, so the mass of the club's head, I'm going to change that to kilograms right away, so 0.159 kilograms. And it's got a speed of positive 42.6 meters per second. It's going to the right. The ball has a mass of only 0.046 kilograms. And it's at rest at the beginning of this problem. So we can see what's going to happen here. The ball has a very small mass relative to the club. So when they collide, that could cause the ball to fly off at a high speed. All right, after the collision, the club is still going to have the same amount of mass. That's not going to change. But it does say here that the speed of the club has been reduced from 42.6 to now it's 24.6 meters per second. Okay? So it slows down. That means that there was a backward force acting on the club to cause it to slow down. And now we have to solve for the final speed of the ball. So let's leave that one as a variable. Call it V2F. Now we should be able to solve this equation for that final speed of the golf ball. So the initial momentum of the system was all due to the swinging of the golf club. It had 6.77 kilogram meters per second of forward momentum. But after the fact, like after the collision, the momentum of the club had slowed down to 3.911. And according to the idea of conservation of momentum, the ball must have picked up the rest of the momentum. So if we solve this, we see that the momentum that the ball must have picked up at 2.86 kilogram meters per second. So V2F turns out to be 62.2 meters per second.